So I'm so excited today. I'm not like technology savvy, so I don't even know how to like. I'm still learning how to work this phone, but I'm so excited today because today is a day that I'm here at court and I'm getting one of my only case dismissed. I was in a world of trouble. I was out here doing things I had no business doing. I mean, I lost everything. And when I say everything, I mean literally everything. I mean, I was homeless. I lost, my custody of my kids. I was even homeless at one point, but to be here today and to have this case dismissed, and, this case has been going on since 2014. I mean, I've had three probation officers, I've had DCF involvement, and like my back was literally against the wall, and I was battling with the lions and tigers and bears. But you never know how much strength you actually have until your back's up against the wall sometimes, and when you lose everything. Because I was like so lost. Like I was lost. I was like saying, oh my goodness, God, why are you taking everything away from me? But the truth was, he was taking me away from everybody to bring me closer to him. So I'm so excited that this case is finally getting dismissed. And you know we are very resilient. When we're going through things, it might not seem at that moment that like we're ever going to be able to get out of it, but what I can say is don't give up. Everything that you have ever lost, you can definitely get back. You know, the most worst thing I've ever lost out of every single thing was losing myself. Because when I lost myself, you know, I was no good. I was no good to, losing yourself. How can you parent? If you don't know how to, take care of yourself, how can you take care of anyone else? And self-care and, sitting with self, is part of the reason why I'm still here today and that I'm sober, because, I wasn't taking care of myself. It was really hard. I wasn't, and, I was dealing with alcoholism. I was dealing with, you know, so many different things that I had to eliminate, and it wasn't until I got out of my own self way and allowed some people into my life to actually show me how to live a new way. That's when I started getting the help that I need, you know, because I've had many, 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 many secrets, and, they say we're as sick as our secrets. So, just being honest and continuing to do the next right thing, you know, it's doable. You know, I remember when I had like so much stuff going on that I didn't even know how to start. Where do you start? How do you stay in full compliance? If you have three probation officers and each one of them are giving you tasks, if you're, you may have DCF involvement and they're giving you tasks, maybe you're living in a treatment program, maybe you're not, but they're giving you tasks. How do you get through all those tasks? How do you stay in full compliance? And then they say, oh, well, we want you to do A, B, and C, and D. But where is A, B, C, and D? How do you navigate through all of those things, in order to keep your freedom, and not just to keep your freedom, but to, whatever it is that you're working towards. It could be trying to get custody of your kids. It could be trying to be obtaining housing. It could be anything that falls in them categories, but staying strong and taking care of self, that's where it starts at. You know, it's really hard for us. Like, I used to beat myself up so much. People used to beat me up and I used to beat up people, and it was just so chaotic and so dysfunctional that really no one wanted me around. I had to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of inside work. It was, because this is this is the fact. If we don't learn how to take care of ourselves, if we don't learn how to like ourselves and to love ourselves, how can we love our kids? How can we love family and friends? How can we even receive love if we don't even know what that is? So, you know, living the lifestyle that I was living, like like I was so comfortable with the abnormality, you know. It wasn't until I started looking around and saying, you know what, these people ain't fighting. These people ain't, doing drugs. These people is doing what they have to do. Is when I started saying, you know what, let me set up some big goals. Let me set up some little goals. Like, what am I trying to do here? What am I trying to accomplish here? You know, just what I can say is don't give up, because today I'm standing here. This case has been going on for so long, and I'm finally getting it dismissed. And it's been a long road, but you know what? I believe that, you know, I don't have like a lot of people in my life, but the people that I do have in my life truly have my best interest in heart. I believe that people come into our lives to either be lessons or to be blessings. And Lord knows I don't have many, many lessons, so I'm trying to receive all my blessings, you know. And here's the thing, okay? People used to tell me until I was till they was blue in the face, like, Nicole, you shouldn't be doing this. Nicole, you shouldn't be doing that. But I never listened, you know. I heard the message. They told me the messages. I heard the messages, and the messages was free. The only ones I had to pay for was the ones I didn't listen to. You know, so if you lost anything, don't give up. You can definitely get it back. And if a person like me can do it, you could do it too. You know, sometimes our brain play tricks on us. You know, sometimes our brain talk to us in our own voice and tell you, listen, you can't do this. But I'm here to let you know that today's the day you don't have to settle for less. Today's the day that you can have goals and accomplish them. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, of course, it's going to take time. You know, but patience is the key to essence. Patience is a virtue, you know. And it can happen. You'll start seeing results, you know. I was just, I had to let a lot of, relationships go. And this is the truth. Like, I would rather be single and have a peace of mind any day than being in a dysfunctional relationship where you're waking up arguing. You're arguing in the afternoon. Nighttime, you're arguing. Going to sleep arguing. Like, it was so draining that I truly lost myself, you know. But the people that I have in my life now, they go through things, and no matter what, they stay sober. You know, no matter what, they get through it. You know, I just feel so free today. And I just wish that anybody who've ever went through any custody battles, any battles with court whatsoever, any shape or form of those type of battles, can feel what I feel is so undescribable to hear these words dismissed today. You know, everything that I've ever lost, I'm finally gaining back. And it's only because of the grace of God. You know, it's been a long road, but I truly think that I had to go through what I had to go through for a reason, because if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You know, and now, you know, I have supports. Like, we don't have to do it alone. I remember thinking, oh my goodness, like, I'm the only one in the world going through this. But then I started listening, opening up my ears to other people, and realized that they was going through the same things too. And that I'm actually not alone. And that I don't have to do this alone. And that I can reach out for help. That I can have a support network, you know. Before, I remember I used to not even hang around girls because I thought everybody wanted my man. Oh, she just trying to take my man. That was that sick, stupid thinking. You know, I would have never thought that I would have women in my life from all walks of life all different nationalities, everything. The woman that I have in my life, I truly have an army of strong women. So I have nothing against men, but I'm all for women power. And, you know, we stand alone and it's really hard. But if we stand together, and it might sound like a cliche, but it's the truth. We stand together, we have a chance. So no matter what, because see, people will raise the bar and expect you not to jump to the occasion. But I've been able to jump to every occasion and trust and believe. There's days I've been crying, there's days I've been feeling weak, there's days I've been feeling like giving up. But you know, at the end of the day, me speaking to my network and sticking with my support, that helps give me strength another day, sobriety another day, peace of mind another day. You know, today I have structure, I have routine, I have morals, I have goals, I have dreams. Like, if somebody would have asked me 2.5 years ago, Nicole, where would you be 2 years from now? My answer would have been somewhere drunk. But I'm not today. I'm not drunk today. You know, I don't have to worry about walking around with my head down. I can look at people in their eyes today. You know, I can be positive. If anybody wants, and I stick around positivity, you know, because if you show up at the barbershop, eventually you're gonna get that haircut. And when they say that you are what you eat, it is the truth. Okay, so who you're with reflects your character. And you know what? I've made so many mistakes. So many mistakes, especially in parenting. Like, it never came with the book. You know, if so, I must have missed the memo. But one thing I can tell you is that I don't look to my past to stay there. I look to my past to see where I was at, where I'm at now, and where I'm trying to be. You know, I use my past to motivate me. You know, I don't use my past to keep me down, to break me down, and beat me down. I no longer have to beat myself, break myself, you know, lose myself. It's okay to put the bat down and stroke ourselves with a feather. You know, we don't have to beat up ourselves anymore. We don't have to live like that today. You know, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful, you know, and the three things that I will always remain would be grateful, humble, and teachable. You know, I will always remain teachable, because if a person knows everything, they have no room to learn. And I definitely don't know everything. So every day is a learning lesson. You know, I like to learn my lessons, and I like to receive my blessings. And, you know, I was talking to somebody about something, and, you know, she was saying about how she worries about like people's opinions and things like that. And I said, you know what, it don't even matter, because the only opinion that matters is the one you have of yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. The only thing that matters is the opinion that you have of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself, and you take yourself everywhere you go. You know? And then another thing is, those who matter don't judge, and those who judge, they just don't matter. You know, so if you're judging me, you don't matter to me in my life. You know? So if you can relate and identify, you know, just know that you're not alone. You know, just know that you're not alone. And you can get through it no matter what your situation is. I'm just sitting here waiting to be called in to hear the magical words from the judge saying dismissed. It's been since 2015. It's been 4 years that I've been fighting and fighting and fighting. And now today's the day it will be dismissed. So, just keep up the good work. And just one step at a time, one day at a time. Still just sitting out here waiting for these people. Probably gonna be a minute. I was scheduled to see them at 11. Look like it's gonna take a little bit longer. Look at all these people lined up out here. You know, sometimes, you know, you find yourself, you're at like a fight or flight. Like, okay, should I stay in here and fight? Or should I just take a flight? You know? And I did the right thing this time. I chose to fight. You know, because my best thinking got me in a world of trouble. So, hopefully it don't take too much longer. You know, God will. I don't have to come back to this court again. At all. You know, we can't give up. Because if we give up, we're with, you know, and what? We don't want to stay caught up in the system forever and ever and ever. You know. And unfortunately, this system is kind of built on keeping us in this system. But you know what? It may sound cliche, but if you continue to do the next right thing day after day, one day it turn to 1 week, 1 week it turn into 1 month it turn into 1 year, 1 year it turn to two, two to 10, and then so on and so forth. See if I can turn this camera around so you can get a glimpse of